By the time it's all said and done, this $59,000 fee that Milagro Gramz will have to pay to Megan Thee Stallion will be some of the best money she ever spent to promote her brand. Yesterday, as you probably know by now, a federal jury in Miami found Milagro Gramz liable on the counts brought by Megan Thee Stallion. I think there was defamation, intentional infliction of emotional distress, and promotion of an altered, sexually explicit depiction. Now, as I understand it, the major victory for Milagro here is that because she was declared a media defendant by the jury, that means the defamation claim actually was dropped. So that award was reduced. And so this is where we get the $59,000 because originally it was $75,000. So really think about this. All you've been hearing people say in the last couple of weeks is, oh, Milagro only has less than 50,000 followers. But here she is in trial against one of the largest rap artists on the stage right now. And most people thought she was going to lose astronomically. Like it was going to be like that trial Cardi B had against Tasha K. I think Tasha K had to pay her like over $3 million, something like that. Like, no way. So this amount, $59,000, is almost like a slap on the wrist. Like I said, it's promo. And I hope she looks at it like this because that's what it's going to do. I try not to jump on these things as soon as they happen because this is the Projector's cut. I gotta look at things, see how things are playing out. I really observe, take in the facts. I don't want to just jump out there. And because I waited, I said on one of the other videos, I had never even heard Milagro's voice, but I sat down to get ready to try to, formulate a little response here. And I had Armand Wiggins, just so happens, was about to go live around like 6 o'clock. So I turned it on and guess who came on the show but Miss Milagro Gramz. I was very impressed. She spoke very, very soundly. She didn't sound like she sounded very resolved. You know what I mean? It's done, it's over, I'm moving on with my life. I've learned some things here and I'm gonna move forward. And I appreciated that, I'm sure she's shrewd enough to not show her hand on this platform with him, or just online. Like she gotta think this through now. Now I'm sure she's gonna be even more strategic about how she does things. And that's what you have to do. I mean, people understanding how to navigate the media landscape, it's not rocket science, but you definitely need to strategize because these people will go for the jugular otherwise. They just will. Like there's types out here that they have thin skin, so they want the fame, but they don't want anybody to say anything bad about them. Nothing bad, which nobody does, but to go to the extent of going for the jugular, like, come on. Like, think about it. Like, some of these celebrities are so big, people are always talking shit about them. You know what I mean? They can't bring a lawsuit against every person who does. And I don't have any ill will towards Megan Thee Stallion. I don't know that young woman. But I just feel like the whole thing it felt like a lot of overreach to me. It just did. Even yesterday when she was on, Milagro Gramz was on with Armand Wiggins and some other guy was on there. I don't know all these people. And he said to her, well, I'm sure, you wouldn't share that deep fake again. She said, well, I didn't actually share it. She reminded him that she had only liked it and told her subscribers or followers, whatever, that if they wanted to go check it out, they could see it there. And so, that whole thing, like, how could somebody, I still really can't wrap my head around, how could somebody be held liable for that. She didn't create the deep fake. She didn't even put it on her platform directly. She just told people where they could access it. I mean, I don't know. I guess it's overreach to me. I'm sorry. It's overreach. I'm sitting here trying to rationalize. It's overreach. But I think we've reached a place in America, probably globally, to be honest, where things just are not going to play out always in a fair manner. Let's say that. Or in a, what you might expect. Like, even to say that for her liking that post, that she should have to pay money, or that caused that kind of emotional distress when there's a whole other person who actually created the deepfake, that's pretty crazy. That's a slippery slope. That's a very, very slippery slope. And I don't think people ever are realizing how we give away our rights and our ability to communicate. We can't do that. Like, if we keep doing this, they're going to just tell us what we can think and what we can say and what we can feel, and we will have no right to have any sort of autonomy. Like, if we just keep on giving it up, giving it up, giving it up, giving it up. And I'm not talking about some sort of violent revolution. I would never suggest something like that. That's just not, that would, first of all, be crazy to do on this platform. Let's be clear about that. This is where you have to be shrewd. You do have to be shrewd enough that you don't overplay your hand in this public space. You just can't do it. There's ears and eyes everywhere. And so you do have to be thoughtful. I just took down a post yesterday that I had put up that I felt like was going to cause me problems down the road. And it's not worth it. You got to really be strategic about what you put out and what you decide to share and what you decide to respond to and how you decide to respond to it. And I'm very glad that, like I said, the fees were as low as they are. I hope that there's something they can do to lower them even more. And I think that the fees showed that the jury had questions as well. Like, this is too much. Like, we're making all these claims, but there's really no evidence to back up most of these claims. And so I think the jury saw that there was limited actual harm. And the allegations just weren't convincingly substantiated. So absent of that, they couldn't exactly charge this woman to pay millions of dollars without strong evidence to back up these claims that were brought in this suit. And that at least is a glimmer of hope that we cannot just bend to the will of these celebrities just because they are angry they're not getting their way. That's not where we want to be. And like I said on the other video, I'm totally an advocate for people being respected. I don't be honest with you, I don't know how some of these folks live in Los Angeles. The only reason why I can think they live there is because they want that exposure. Like, why would you go and live there when you know these paparazzi are all around, hopping up in your face? You can't barely go get a damn bottle of ketchup from somewhere. Okay, well, maybe they're not going to get ketchup from the store, but you can't just go get an ice cream cone without somebody with a camera in your face. Like, why would you want to live there? Why would you want to live there? You have to want that attention. That's the only thing I can think. But there's a lot of celebrities who move away from that environment. They don't want that attention. And so they move away from it. So I totally respect that. Like the way Britney Spears is treated, I just think it's deplorable. I think it's deplorable how this woman is treated. But I'm sure there's still a part of her, like, obviously, that wants some exposure because she still is a celebrity. That still is her bread and butter. And she's not recording like that anymore, at least not right now. So, she doesn't have the need for the exposure on that level. But There's a lot of stuff with Britney. Let's get back on topic here. I've been trying to avoid going there because that could become a several episode thing here, and I don't want to do that either. But back to this case about celebrity, about whether people have the right to say you did me wrong, or you shouldn't have said this, or why'd you say this, or how'd you say this. I just think that we need people on all sides to be thoughtful and to be strategic. And let's be fair. Let's not try to bring the hammer down on people for these small transgressions. We got to get back to a place where people can be honest. Somebody throws a jab, you throw one right back and keep it moving. But now people want to, go to the courts, be very litigious. And listen, I'm a Libra, so I'm litigious all day. Trust me. But you can also handle things a little bit differently. You can handle things different. You can't sue everybody. You cannot sue everybody. And there's a lot of people saying a lot of things. So again, I hope that Ms. Gramz will see this for what it is. It is an investment in her future. Sometimes this is how the universe works, The devil means something for bad, and God is like, nah. This money, you go spend this money. And I think Armand said this yesterday, that now she's famous. People know her name. She might have only had the few, I didn't know her name before. I never heard the name Milagro Gramz. And even through all the Tory Lanez stuff, I wasn't following that all that closely either. That's not my world, I absolutely love all genres of music. I listen to hip hop, R&B, all of that, but my day-to-day is not following that kind of content. It's just not. But if it comes into the algorithm serves it up, then I'm gonna check it out. I know way more about Blueface and Krishan than I ever care to know. But, it is what it is. Now I'm glad I know about Ms. Gramz. I wish her nothing but the best in the future. I wish nothing but the best for Megan Thee Stallion. I think this was a little bit of overreach from her, but I wish nothing but the best. I think she is a phenomenal artist. I think she has some great songs that are a good testament to her own talent. But sis got to toughen up that skin. This was a bit much for me. I didn't like it. I didn't like it at all. I hope that, and I understand she suffered a lot. I keep that in mind, that she has suffered a lot in her life. But we all have. We all have. And it's about how you respond to it and what you don't let affect you. And she's young. As she gets older, she'll, I'm sure, navigate through things a little bit differently. She's obviously a very shrewd woman. And I wish these young ladies nothing but the best. I really do. I hope that, I don't know how, I keep saying young ladies, I don't know how Milagro is. But I wish both these women, how about that? I wish both these women nothing but the best. I hope that they can eventually at least be cordial to one another. They don't have to be friends. They don't have to be, but they both are in this industry where they're going to cross paths. They just are. I'm a Libra. I like harmony, but I get it. Anyway, thanks for stopping by here. Let me know what you think about all of this. I'd love to hear it. Peace.